If your plants look like this, curled, sticky, distorted, and covered in tiny little specks, you've got aphids. And if you don't have them, you probably will. I'm Master Gardener Steve from the Celtic Farm, and every gardener eventually fights aphids. Tomatoes, roses, peppers, fruit trees, houseplants. Sooner or later, they find almost everything. And the reason gardeners get blindsided by them is simple. They don't arrive slowly, they just explode. I've seen perfectly healthy tomato plants and roses go from clean to heavily infested in less than a week during warm weather. That's what makes aphids so frustrating. By the time many gardeners notice them, the population is already out of control. The leaves curl, growth slows down, plants start looking tired and distorted. Then comes the sticky residue on the leaves and stems. And all of that damage starts with one tiny insect most people barely notice at first. So what exactly are aphids? They're tiny, soft-bodied insects that feed by piercing plants and sucking out the sap, essentially draining the plant's food supply. Most are green, but depending on the species, they can also be black, yellow, white, pink, or gray. They usually gather on new growth, flower buds, stems, but especially the underside of leaves. That's why many gardeners don't notice them until the damage starts showing up. And aphids don't just weaken plants directly, they create secondary problems as well. The sticky substance they leave behind is called honeydew. That honeydew attracts ants and often leads to black sooty mold growth across the leaves. It can become a whole chain reaction of problems from one tiny single pest. Here's the part that surprises most people. Aphids reproduce incredibly fast. In warm conditions, many species can reproduce without mating at all. One aphid quickly becomes dozens, then hundreds. That's why a plant can look perfectly fine on Monday and by Friday the stems are completely covered. This isn't bad luck, it's just aphid math. And if you see ants crawling up and down your plants, pay attention. Ants actually protect aphids because they feed on the honeydew they produce. So they'll defend aphids from predators, almost like tiny farmers protecting livestock. So sometimes the ants are the first warning sign that the aphids are already there. The best time to deal with aphids is early, before the population explodes. So when you're walking the garden, look for curled or puckered new growth, sticky leaves, distorted stems, clusters underneath the leaves, or unusual ant activity. Most infestations start in small isolated pockets. Catching them early makes control dramatically easier. So the good news is that aphids are actually one of the easier pests to control if you stay ahead of them. Here's what I usually do first. Step 1 is water blasting. Provide a simple, strong blast of water from the hose. A surprising number never make it back onto the plant. If that's not good enough, insecticidal soap works very well. I usually use simple Castile soap mixture sprayed directly onto the aphids. The spray needs to contact the insects themselves, it's not preventative. Consistency matters more than strength. A few light treatments work better than drenching plants all at once. Neem oil can help too, especially early, although honestly I've had better results from regular monitoring and repeat soap treatments rather than relying heavily on neem alone. And one of the best long-term solutions is encouraging beneficial insects. Ladybugs, lacewings, hoverflies, they absolutely devour aphids and love the tasty treat. Flowers like dill, fennel, yarrow, alyssum, and marigolds can help attract those predators naturally. If an infestation becomes truly severe, some gardeners use systemic pest insecticides on ornamentals as a last resort, although I avoid this approach on edible crops whenever possible and don't like to bring those chemicals into my garden. The healthiest gardens usually have fewer aphid problems to begin with. One of the biggest mistakes gardeners make is over-fertilizing with nitrogen. That produces soft, lush growth that aphids absolutely love. Stress plants also get hit harder. So healthy soil, steady watering, airflow, and regular inspection go a long way. Honestly, 5 minutes of walking in the garden and checking the underside of leaves each week prevents most serious infestations before they ever get started. So remember, aphids are everywhere. Every gardener will have to deal with them eventually. But once you understand how quickly they multiply and what to look for early, they stop feeling mysterious and become much easier to control. If you're fighting aphids right now, let me know what plant they're on down in the comments and what you're using to control them. And if you want to learn about the companion plants that naturally help control pests in the garden, I've got that video for you as well. So take care and happy gardening. Master Gardener Steve signing off.